Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? As you can see, Halloween has started, well, All Hallows Eve, the celebration that they have here in Warcraft. So, I'm not actually going to be doing very much, well, I don't think I'll do anything to that one, but we need to collect our weekly pet. And this week, I'm thinking I'm going to go for the Mechanical Scorpion. There's no particular reason, I was sort of looking through a few of these to see if we could get something that would fit with, the theme of the undead that we've generally been doing. But I also then sort of thought, well, hang on, I did say the other day that I was going to do a little bit of our engineering today, and you know, we're going to go to the auction house like we normally do, but then I'm going to go to the trade district, the Dwarven district. Actually, I'm going to go to the Dwarven district first, and I'm going to do a bit of the engineering. We're going to see if we can level it up a little bit. So we go over near where the trainers are and stuff like that. What is going on here? Okay, let's run through it, see what happens. Nothing particularly exciting. But look at all the pumpkins everywhere. Some of these are absolutely huge. They really do go all out on their decorations whenever they do this in Warcraft. What happens if you go into the cloud? Does it do anything? Nope. Oh, it does do something. What's this? Stink bombed. You smell horrible. Okay, charming. So, you can get stink bombed. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't sort of hold you back. I don't know if perhaps guards and that will point out that you reek when you go through, or whether you have... Oh yeah, we do have an aura about us. There is now an aura showing up. That is a very cool looking mount. I think it has to do with the archaeology in Legion. I think it is. I'm not absolutely certain, but I think it is. Right. So, first of all, we want to go to the auction house and do all of our normal stuff that we do with the auctions. So, we'll go first to the mail, and we see what we got. So, most of them, they expired. We sold one item, which was the braces, but we got 14 gold for that. And then those items there, we didn't actually sell them, which is a bit of a shame. So we will try once more to see if we can sell them. So I don't use add-ons for this playthrough. I don't have any add-ons active so that you can see what the base game is. Now, I normally, for my auction character, I do actually have an auction add-on. It does make this job a lot easier. But generally, you kind of do the same. You compare other prices, and then you list your own. So we got Goblin jumper cables. That one there is Goblin jumper cables extra large, which is a higher level. It's a higher tier. So that's 144 gold. So I'm thinking that we would list our own spare set, because we got a set that we're going to keep, but we now got a spare set. We picked those up at the end of the last episode. Stack size 1, number of stacks 1, yes. And I will always do it per unit. And so if that was 144 gold for the higher level one, I reckon that we could safely, we could confidently request 72 gold 50 for the one that we've got. So if we go 75 gold actually. We go 75 gold, and I always list them for 48 hours. So create that auction, and we've listed just the one. And then we have a Holy Protection Potion. And we do actually have 2 Holy Protection Potions. So before you actually list it, check and see what the average price is, and there's nothing available. Now, I did ask 200 gold for those, but I think maybe I was getting a little bit greedy with that. We've got 2 of those, so we'll go for the maximum, and we'll go for, I reckon, 150 gold each. I'm actually going to go a starting price of 125 gold, and then I'm going to go 150 gold each, so there's 2 of them, and they are on 48 hours per unit, and we create those 2 auctions. So it's going to create 2 separate auctions, 150 gold each. I mean, that's a lot of money there. It's 375 if we sell those, which is going to take us all the way up to 600 gold, just over, which is actually not too shabby. So this one here is the Seasoned Wolf Kebab, and the current lowest price is 19 gold. So I think 15 gold for that one. We may sell it, we may not, I don't know. So I'll go 14, 50, and 15. Now, I do show you a bit of this almost every time, so I'm not going to show you 260 gold. Now, we've listed this one several times and we haven't been able to sell it. So I'm not actually going for hundreds of gold for this Gortusk Liver Pie. I'm just going to go for 15 gold, the same as the other one. I'm going to go 14.50, 15. And I'm hoping that because someone has listed one for so much more than ours, they will actually, well, maybe them or someone else will go along and think that's a really good deal and they'll buy it out. 15 gold, as far as I'm concerned, for us right now, that's a lot of money. That would be pretty good. And then the Gooey spider cake, so we'll do that one at 15 gold as well, which will make us by far the cheapest, by 5 gold on this time. And so we list that one as well. So then what else we got? We've got moonstones. See, the moonstone is something that we can use for ourselves. Now, the large Venom Sac, that didn't sell, and I can't imagine it's going to sell either. But just in case it does, what we'll do is we'll list it, and I'm going to go for 5 gold for this. I'm not going for any more than that, just 5 gold. Because there isn't very much you need them. Is something in the first aid, but I don't think there's anything else that uses them. And nobody really uses first aid very much anymore for low level. Now, these grey items, the rawhide pants, the gloves, and the boots, I'll show you what they look like on our character. That's the rawhide set, and I think it actually looks pretty cool. So, I mean, if we could get the full set, we could either try to get the full set ourselves, or, you know, we could try listing enough. 4,300 gold, that person's listed that one for. Nothing for the gloves, and nothing for the boots either. But if I just type in rawhide and see if anything else, we got rawhide pants and shoulder pads as well. So let's just see what those look like. We don't have the vest yet, but overall, I think it could make a good set. I think the rawhide set could be pretty cool. So I'm actually, I don't know, I mean, 4,000 gold, that's a lot of money. I'm tempted to try to get that myself. Right, we're going to list them once. We're going to list the gloves for 450 gold. And actually, no, we'll go 500 for the small stuff. And we're going to go for 2,000 gold for the big stuff. Because, quite frankly, I really like this stuff. So these two here, we're going to go 450 again. And 500 there. And then the trousers, we're going to list those for 2,000 gold. So I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to go 1,750 and 2,000 gold. So we'll see if anybody buys these out. They may not. We don't know. And if they don't, we'll keep an eye. If we don't sell them, we're going to put those in our bank, and we're going to keep an eye out for the rest of the rawhide set. So there should be, I think there's a belt to go with it. There's definitely got to be a chest piece. And we will have our own rawhide set. And I think it's going to look pretty sweet once we've got it all on. The rest of this stuff I'm not going to sell yet, because we may want to be using this to level up our own engineering skills. So we go to the engineering trainer.
How are you?
Nope, we don't have anything else that we can use from him at the moment. So we will then go straight over here. I'm going to use the green riding nether ray just over to here. And we're going to start making a few items. So we want to go into engineering, and coarse blasting powder is the one that we can make at the moment. That one drops down pretty quickly. That's the one that you make. It's the cheapest item, just coarse stone. It's the easiest one to find. So we're going to make all of it that we can until such time as this goes grey. So it's already gone yellow at 85, and we're up to 87. So it may actually stay green until like level 80, till level 90, 95 actually. I reckon it's going to go to 95 before that changes. So we're on 90, 91. Sometimes it does it in sort of part way, but when it's green, it doesn't level up every time. It only levels up sometimes. As soon as it changes to grey, you stop getting level up points. It's always the blasting powder and the parts that you want to do first. Right, it's still going. And I actually moved, and it didn't stop me from crafting, which is a bit unusual. But yeah, green is not guaranteed to level up every time. Right now it's gone grey, so this time I moved enough, and it stopped it. It's kind of a waste. I'd rather sell the coarse stone if I can and make some cash out of it. So we've got a handful of copper bolts. You make those from the iron bars. Rough blasting powder and bolts for that. Coarse dynamite is just linen cloth and coarse blasting powder. So we'll make some coarse dynamite because that can level us up a bit. We don't really need to worry about making too much of it, just until... We certainly wait until this goes green. So I reckon that will probably be level 100. Be this one now? Yeah, right, okay. So we can stop it now while it's green. So we've still got materials that we can use for the next sort of stage. So we've gone up to level 100 now. So if we go over and we speak to the engineering trainer again, he will have a few items. There's the target dummy, that one there. That will give us a double level up, but we need bronze bars for that one. Then we've got the silver contact train, and we don't have any silver. You need a silver bar. Silver ore is one of the most expensive mats that you can find anywhere. It's really, really expensive to buy, and it's also very rare to find as well. So we probably won't be making a silver contact unless we've absolutely got to for something else. Clockwork box, again, that is bronze bars. And then we got flying tiger goggles. Now this is a headpiece, and you don't often find many. We got 2 tiger's eyes. We've got those in our bags. I did try to sell them. I'm kind of glad now that they didn't sell. That's 4 stamina and 4 critical strike. You don't find very many headpieces below like level 50. So engineers are one of the only sources of much lower level headpieces. And it's actually kind of cool because it gives you a bonus early on. Now, we need bronze bars. A lot of this stuff is going to need bronze bars. We don't need to worry about the rest of this stuff for a moment. Off and away. And we can't level up until we get to level 125 for the... for the engineering. We can't level up to the next level to sort of increase the total amount of engineering that we can do until we get to engineering 125. So go to the mining skills. We do have smelt bronze already. We need some tin bars and we need some copper bars. Now we've only got 6 copper bars, but we've got a whole load of tin ore. I'm not going to do all of it. I'm going to do 11. I'm going to do 21 of those. And then I'm going to smelt some copper as well. I'll do 19 of those, so I'll leave 30 copper ore, and we'll have some bars as well. It's better to sell your stuff as ore rather than bars on the auction house, because jewel crafters also use the ores. They don't use bars. Now, blacksmiths use bars, but most blacksmiths are already able to smelt their own stuff anyway. It's very rare to find a blacksmith who doesn't also have mining, so they would have the smelting ability. I mean, you do have to weigh it up a little bit, and you look at and see which one you think would be best, because any miner can take the ore and they can smelt it. But the jewel crafters, they have to have ore. They can't use copper. So if you sell it as bars, you've already eliminated part of the market. So you do have to sort of balance that out. So this one I'm going to go for 19. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to smelt a few bronze bars as well. And then when I've done that, we can take a look at a bit more engineering construction. I just got a few more bronze bars to smelt, and you get 2 bars back every time you smelt, because you're putting in 2 bars, so you're going to get 2 bars come out, which is kind of good. So I've done 11 of those. That's actually put me up to 85 mining, and it's still on green, so I could do that to level up my mining a little bit further if I wanted to. And I would... Oh, actually, I don't want to go anywhere just yet. I want to use up some of this stuff. It is possible to level up your mining just beside the auction house. You buy the stuff off the auction house and you smelt right there and then, and you can level up that way without actually having to go out and do any mining. It can be a very, very expensive way of doing it. Right, flying tiger goggles, we can only make one of these. 8 bronze bars plus the 2 tiger's eyes, but it will give us a headpiece. So we're going to make that. It's going to level us up 5 points making that one, which is absolutely fantastic. There we go. 5 points, and now if we open our bags and this, there is our character at the moment. There he is, in all his glory. Flying tiger goggles. Okay. Oh, that is fantastic. That looks absolutely fantastic. Plus 4 stamina, plus 4 critical strike. That is brilliant. I love the look of the goggles. They just look really good. So there is our... new headpiece, and we've got cooking. How's our cooking doing? We can make a spider kebab. We can't do it here. We need a fire, as we have the small spider leg to do that. We don't really have anything else at the moment. But anyway, back to here. So target dummies, I can make 7 of those, and they level you up twice for each one. A clockwork box. Disassemble the clockwork box to improve your skill in engineering up to a maximum of 125. So we got 20 points that we can do in that. A target dummy drops a target dummy on the ground that attracts nearby monsters to attack it. Lasts for 15 seconds or until killed. That is actually quite useful in combat. So I'd like to make 3 of those. And then I also want to make some clockwork boxes, because obviously they do exactly what they say on the tin. They do help level you up. So we'll go to that one, and we're going to make one of these just so that we can see what they're all about, as I've never actually used one before. So disassemble to level up to improve your engineering skill. And it's not soulbound either, so maybe we could make some clockwork boxes to sell on the auction house. but they do require 3 bronze bars. Did that actually level us up? We received ruined metal parts. Right, we'll put that over there, and we'll drop a thing there so that they're ready to use. We're going to make another clockwork box, and we're going to pay close attention now. So that's 113 there, and we'll use disassemble. See what happens. Okay, that didn't level us up at all. They lied. They lied to us. Classic test of skill. The clockwork box provides the same skill gain potential when disassembled. Well, it says it's orange. And I disassembled it and nothing happened. Okay, I'm very, very disappointed with the box, so I'm going to make another one of those. And that's going to level me up another 2 points to 115. And the target dummy is now well, it's still orange, so we could still use it. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to nip back over to the trainer and see if he's got anything new. Because we went to 115, so he should have something new there for us. He's got a couple of new pieces. Right, so we've got a bronze tube. We've got a deadly blunderbuss, which is a gun, and you can only use guns now if you're a hunter. A large copper bomb, standard scope, that goes with the gun. Okay, let's take a look on these. So the large copper bomb, that requires a silver contact. The bombs themselves are good, but the silver contact costs an absolute fortune. So then we've got the blunderbuss. That takes 4 bronze tubes, a standard scope, and a wooden stock. A wooden stock is something you go and buy. The standard scope needs a moss agate and a bronze tube. So this one also needs... So we need 5 bronze tubes for this. Bronze tube there. 2 bronze bars. So that needs... We're going to need 10 bronze bars to be able to make that. To make a deadly blunderbuss. Standard scope. So we need to go and see if a moss agate... Is it agate? I think I'm pronouncing that right. We now need to go and check on the auction house to see if there's any of those available. We're also going to have to craft a bit more bronze. So we want moss agate for what we're looking for. So we go moss agate like that and type in. So the cheapest one here is 5 gold. We got 233, so we can afford that. Now, if we just type in here the deadly blunderbuss that we are hoping to make, because the only thing that we can do with it is sell it after we've made it. Right, it doesn't seem to be whether I've spelt it wrong. No. Let me go for just blunderbuss and see if that does it. Okay, so you got Mage Eye, Ricochet, Shoddy. That's level 26, that one there. What's the one that we want to make? It is a deadly blunderbuss. This is requires level 16. I mean, we might get 40 gold for that. We might. I mean, it does seem like it would be reasonable. So I think that it's not out of the way to spend 5 gold on the moss agate. So let me type that one in again, and 5 gold. So I'm going to buy that one. There we go. You just buy out like that, and then you run off to the mailbox and you collect it. So we'll just hop onto something here. It's the green nether ray. Go to your mailbag and take that one. And then we can head on over back to where we're making our stuff. Come off of there. And it looks like it would be better if we were to just smelt all of this stuff so that we can use it. So I'm going to create all of these for a minute, because I don't think that I need tin or copper separately. But I'm not going to smelt any more of these, because I'm hoping to sell a little bit of the ore. And we'll then get some more as we go along. And hopefully we will get some more as we go along. So that's gone up to 90 already. So I think you can smelt bronze up to level 95. Maybe even level 100. So we've got bronze tubes that we can make now. We need to make 5 bronze tubes. So create those. Then we need to make the standard scope. We've already got the ingredients to make that one. That levels us up 3 points to make the standard scope. So it's not out of the way to make 2 lots of them. I tell you what. We could actually do that, because we do have enough. We've got enough bronze bars to do it. The deadly blunderbuss needs the standard scope and the bronze tube, and that one is just the bronze tube. Okay, we're going to do it. I'm going to go and get another moss agate a minute, and then we can use a turbo strider. We get the second one, we can make 2 of them. We'll do another 5 bars, and we can make 2 blunderbusses, which hopefully it won't level us up so much we lose that 5-point level up when we do it. So we buy that second one, another 5 gold. Fortunately, they're not too expensive. The If they were more expensive than that, I wouldn't say that it would be worth it. But at the moment, I think it is worth the time and the effort to go and do this. And remember, we're not doing this mainly for profit. We're doing this... Just open all. There we go. We're not doing this mainly for profit. We're doing this mainly as a way to level us up. So the profit is kind of a bonus. Right, blacksmithing supplies, I think, is the one that we're going to have to go to. And do we have... Oh, there's loads of blacksmithing plans, but there is no blunderbuss. No stock. We need to get that from the engineering supplies, and that one's over here. We just ran right past him. There we go. Right, so there's a wooden stock. We want 2 of those. And they're very, very cheap. 1 silver, 90 copper. That's nothing at the moment. When we got loads of cash at the moment. So let me just climb off the mount and... See, I've got that stink, that aura about me at the moment. Brilliant. Okay, and so we want to make another 5 bronze tubes. And once we made these 5 bronze tubes, we're going to make 2 standard scopes. There we go. Create all of those. 1. Hopefully that doesn't change that. I'm hoping it doesn't change. Oh, no! We should have made the first blunderbuss first, and that would have leveled us up to a little bit higher. The standard scope still has the same. The deadly blunderbuss, we've lost that 5-point extra bonus that we would have had. There's no way that you can go... You can't sort of back out of that. It's once you've done it, you've done it. There's nothing that you can do about it. Before we make that, let's just go back to the engineering. There is... with the crafting, there is a lot of back and forth. You are running around an awful lot. Just like checking all these different things and checking different stuff. So expert engineer, we can level that one up. Lovingly crafted boomstick. Okay, we might be able to do that one. That's a bigger one. And we've got heavy blasting, heavy dynamite, whirling bronze gizmo, silver plated shotgun. There's loads of stuff coming in now. Right. Whirling bronze gizmo. 2 bronze bars. We've got the bronze tube. We've got heavy blasting powder from heavy stone. So we'll do that in a moment. And then we've got the deadly blunderbuss that we've already got the stuff for. This one needs a heavy stock. It needs 3 moss agates and it needs the bronze tubes. But it doesn't have a multiple skill up. That's the other. That one's silver bars. Silver bars are just way too expensive for that. That's just not going to happen. So would it be worth... I don't think it would be worth doing that either. I think that the lovingly crafted boomstick will just have to stay there. So there's nothing really that we want to consider getting except for maybe another standard scope. But we don't have the bronze at the moment. I'd rather sell the other stuff. I do want to continue making loads of cash. So the rough boomstick is very basic. I mean, we could have made that one. But the deadly blunderbuss, that's the one that we're going to do. So we create 2 of those. There's 1. And we're up to 132 and then 133. So we could have had a couple more skill ups if we hadn't done both standard scopes together. If we'd done one and then we'd gone and made the other one, we could possibly have been another couple of points higher than we are right now. It's a little bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. So now we make some heavy blasting powder with this one. You probably noticed that you get lots of additional bits with engineering. All the blasting powders and stuff like that, you do get an awful lot of them. There is a lot of like extra bits hanging around and stuff like that. So a bronze bomb needs a silver contact. The large copper bomb also needs a silver contact. Silver is really, really expensive. Like seriously, seriously expensive. Silver bars or silver ore, either or, it's very, very expensive stuff. So we're not going to be able to buy, well, I'm not going to want to. I'd rather try to find my own. We could do it, we might be able to do it, but yeah, it's not really something that we want to be doing. So let's just go and look. Now, Deadly Blunderbuss, we did search for that already, we didn't find anything on there. I am just going to show you silver ore. Let's go silver ore first. So there is no silver ore at the moment. Silver ore nuggets are 131 gold each. Oh no, that's buy out for the stack, 16 gold each. That's way too expensive. I mean, normally one piece of silver ore is going to set you back around about 20 gold. So seeing as you got to get 20 of those to craft one, that's just overpriced. What about silver bar? Is anyone selling silver bars? We've got true silver. No, true silver is kind of worthless. Silver is that's where the money is. Okay, tin ore, 1 gold 20 per piece. We've got 10, and then copper ore, 1 gold 30 each. And when we start getting up into multiples, it actually goes higher. So I reckon we could easily ask 2 gold 50 per piece. I'd rather sell the copper ore. I'd rather just sell the whole lot, all 30 of them. Just like that. We're going to go stack size 31. We're going to do it at per unit. And I'm going to ask 2 there, 45 for the start price, 2 gold 50 per unit. And I'm going to go for 48 hours. Now, double check this before you list it, because right, we could make a huge amount of money from this. So list that one there. 75 gold for that 30 copper ore. That's actually a nice lot of money. For us down here at the bottom, 75 gold is a massive amount of money. So I don't think that we're being too greedy with that. The tin ore on there, we're also going to sell that. You know what, actually, I think we might keep the tin just for now, but the rough stone, we can definitely sell that if it's going to be... Whoa! A gold 30 each? Okay, we'll list that as a single stack as well, and we're going to go 1 gold 25 for this, because I can't see that very many people are going to want to buy it. And then we'll list the linen cloth as well. See what we got for linen cloth. So that's 22 silver a piece. There's quite a few more, and those are all singles. Always go to the multiples, because the multiples, people are willing to pay more per item if they can just get a stack instead of having to buy hundreds of them one at a time. They're always willing to pay more for multiples. So I reckon that we could go for a gold piece for that. So let's go on there, and we'll sell the whole lot, every single bit of it, and we're going to aim for a gold a piece. So I'm not 95 gold. I'm going to go for 95 silver there and 1 gold, so we get 51 gold for that stack. Probably won't sell that, to be honest, but it's worth a try. It's always worth it never hurts to ask. The worst that can happen is that someone will say no. So the moonstone. Actually, we'll see what the moonstone's going for. We didn't sell that. Yeah, 16 silver there. That's nothing. Right, I reckon that we'll just sort of keep what we got for now. I'll move some of this stuff around. The murloc fins, I think, are pretty worthless. We're not going to get anything for those. We've got the iron ore nuggets. Right. I believe for now, our work here is done. If we take a look now, we've got our engineering's up to level 135. We've opened up quite a few extra little bits. Might be able to get one more recipe. Yes, we can. The Ornate Spyglass. We can train in that one. And that is down here. And moss agate again. And then we got some extra. So moss agates are quite common, quite useful lower down in level. So if you can get those, you probably make a bit of money out of them. A little tip for you if you're starting out, if you can get moss agates, it does appear that you can make a bit of cash out of selling them, because engineers all need them. And right, there's nothing else I want to do. I'm not going to worry about cooking right now, because we've not got anything that we can actually cook. We've got 1 spider kebab, so we don't need to worry about that. And I'm not going to learn first aid. It's kind of pointless on a paladin because we've got our own healing. So we're going to head back to Duskwood. So we haven't really done a great deal of stuff today with our character. We've just been doing some leveling up. So that's why I felt the scorpion, the mechanical scorpion, which is made by engineers, was a suitable thing to do. Now, in every single inn in the entire world, there will be one of these. You get a handful of treats. You get a little bit of XP. Candy buckets like this are located in throughout the realms, and that is every single world. Every inn has got one. If you've got somewhere where you've got a Hearthstone, you've got one of these buckets. So we can complete quest, and you get an achievement. So if we go to achievements, I mean, that's all of my other achievements, so we can ignore that. But a trick or treat there. Let's go on to that one. I mean, I've done all of these with my main character, so it's kind of... Yeah, it's a little bit odd seeing it that you can level it up on your own character when on one character when... Oh, I know why. It's because I got it under all. If I go earned... No. Oh. That's it. Okay, so yeah, it's now on the account. It used to be per character. You had different levels on each character, but now it does actually look like it's completely per account. I didn't actually realise that. So once you get this, you then open this one up, and you can get different things in it. So we've got a penny pouch, and we've got trick-or-treats. Dangerously sweet, sugar-frosted taffy with a rich syrup centre. And then the penny pouch is a 1-slot bag. Not really much good. But you can get some pretty cool things in those bags. There are different things that you can get. Right, this gives you a bit of a speed boost, which isn't a bad thing, because we can go dashing off to... Oh, yeah, we want Clark Daltrey in here. We've got that quest to turn in.
How are you?
You're back in one piece, I see. If you remember, we had to go and fight the Worgen, I think it was, to get a piece of torn journal. This was all you found? That's bad news, I'm afraid. This isn't all of it. You should let it go, Grundorn. The only place left to look is Roland's Doom. That's the mine south of town, and the largest lair of Worgen in Duskwood. Nobody in Darkshire has ever made it back from that place alive. In fact, some of the records I have here imply that's where the monsters first came from. Who knows what evil's lurking in there? Please, Grundorn, just give it up. Let's just forget about this whole thing and never speak of it again.
See you later.
Yeah, like I'm going to do that. You give me some advice, some sensible advice like that, the last thing I'm going to do is actually listen to it. We're going to Roland's Doom. We're going to the most dangerous place in the whole of Darkshire. The whole of Duskwood, I should say. And Calor performed well against the Shadow Weavers, Grundorn, but even now, years after their first arrival, there seem to be so many to replace the ones we kill. I will put my faith in Master Kervin. No doubt he will get to the bottom of the problem. Your previous accomplishments have convinced me that you're ready to take on the toughest Worgen infesting the woods. Of the Worgen that have made their new home here, the Vile Fangs and the Tainted Ones have proven the most dangerous. They settle down near some of the caves in the mine to the south. From far away, you can even see the light from their bonfires.
Be careful.
Okay. Dangerous times. Dangerous times and dangerous things ahead of us. We've got one more up here, which is... Oh, and Ogre Thieves as well. That's the guy at the top, Abercrombie. We've got to go and see him as well. Victory.
Well met.
Were you able to convince Zark Vull to lend us his monocle for our experiments? Well, if you mean lend, loot from his broken corpse, then yes, I did. As it happens, at last, the stargazing device is complete. Thank you, Grundorn. Now I can continue my research. And we get a new ring as well. So let's just see if we can put that one on. And what do we got? That's actually -2 strength, minus... Okay, that ring after all that is not worth it. We're not going to be using that one. We forgot to list our deadly blunderbusses on the auction house. Oh! Foolishness. Pure foolishness. We need to list those. I reckon that we're gonna ask 50 gold each for those. I don't think that 50 gold for a deadly blunderbuss is too dear. So if we ask 50 gold each for them, I think that we'll be doing all right. Now I'm not actually going to go and start attacking anything today. Today is a sort of construction and that sort of thing. We will head back to Stormwind just at the end of the episode and see what we can do. You have my crate. If so, then please give it to me quickly. Thank you, Grundorn. You have more than earned your reward. Happy nights ahead. Out here on the outskirts of town, it's a wonder the Walking Dead haven't eaten me. In fact, just yesterday, a pack of ghouls was pounding on the walls of my tower. I want to make an effigy, kind of scarecrow for ghouls. To do that, I need some ghoul ribs. You can find plenty of them on the fetid corpses wandering around Manor Mistmantle's grounds north of Darkshire. Get the ribs for me, and I will repay you with some coin.
Have a good one.
You ask for some peculiar items, you really do. Some very strange things that he keeps asking me for, and I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Right, what do we got here? Oh, the ghoulish effigy. Ah, I see, they're just there. You know what, we could go and do that. We've got one quest over here that we've got to turn in later on, and then we've got a couple of quests here that we need to go and do, but we could go and do this quest, and then come back to this guy here, to Abercrombie, and once we've gathered up these ghoul ribs. So which way do we want to go through to here? So we've got there's eyes there. Never noticed that before. Eyes peering at you in the darkness. Very scary. So if we head down, we need to climb up over the mountains for this, and down towards Manor Mistmantle. And there's actually other things that you get to do around Manor Mistmantle, but for now we're just going to worry about killing these corpses. So let's just taunt that one over, and I'll also throw that one over there. And then we put down the consecrate and throw our shield around recklessly. There we go. 2 ghoul ribs from 3 kills. That's not a bad rate, I suppose. It could be a lot worse. Let's pull him towards us and pull him towards us as well. And then that guy up there, I'm actually going to throw my shield at him to encourage him to come down here and speak to me. Like that. Ah, thank you very much. We just do that. And I will say thank you. There we go. And then we can continue. And what else have we got? We've got a couple more, I think, that we need to get. We don't actually need very many. We just need a couple of them. So we've got one more ghoul rib, and then we're done. And then we could go and turn that one in and see if he wants anything else, because he might want something from over by the over by where all the worgen are. I'm kind of hoping he does. I mean, I think there is actually other quests here. There we go. That's the last one. So now I can go. Ooh, there's ore. I can see ore right there. Can we get to it? That's the thing. Is can we reach the ore? Yes, we can. And this is iron again. We keep getting iron, and I think that we still invalid target. Okay, apparently we can't have that one. It's if someone's mined it recently, it will stay there for a little while, and then it disappears. So it does give you a chance for a couple of you to mine it, but it doesn't always happen. It only stays there for a short while after the first person has mined it. So let's just go and turn this quest in, and then I'm going to start heading back towards Stormwind, and I will list both of those blunderbusses that we made for 50 gold each on the auction house, so that we can see if by next week they've actually sold. I'm sure you can find plenty of ribs in Ravenhill as well, but you might not want to wander so far at night. Ah, thanks. These will do just a trick. Take this note to Ello Ebenlock, the Mayor of Darkshire. He and I are old friends, and when he reads it and discovers what you did for me, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as I am.
Safe travels.
I'm not sure if I want to do this. I remember what this quest is, but I'm not sure if I want to do this bit yet, or if I want to wait. I think I will wait for this one until next week, because it's actually quite a lot of fun doing this particular one. So yeah, before we turn that one in, we will we'll turn that one in. That's the first thing that we'll do next week, is we'll turn that quest in, and hand the note to Ello Ebenlock, the Mayor of Darkshire. Hello. And you sort of see what we've been doing, what we've been building up to with Abercrombie, because we've been doing a lot of stuff with him, with all these different items. So yeah, I'm going to head back to Stormwind, and I will list those two items before I finish, so that hopefully they will have sold by next week. Our two blunderbusses that we made, I really hope that we can get 50 gold each for them. I don't know if we'll be able to, but looking at the price of the other guns for low level, I think that we will be able to get it. I think that we could, and if we can, it's definitely going to be worth it. It's that's quite a huge chunk of money. So, we'll see. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.